Okay, so I'm back. And now, there's a bit of, an oopsie. Um, so if you don't know about how streaming the PlayStation 3 works, PlayStation 3 has this wonderful, wonderful little thing in it called HDCP, or HD Copyright Protection. Basically, services like Netflix or Hulu or whatever use it to be able to detect what device that your HDMI cable is connected to. So, like, say, if I have Netflix running on a PS4, I can't hook it up to a capture card and capture Netflix. I can't do that. It'll block me from doing it. The PS3, in order to get Netflix and Hulu and stuff onto its platform, built it in to later models. You can't turn it off. So, I use this thing that's a splitter, like an HDMI splitter, and it's gone. I have literally zero idea where it ended up. Like, none at all. So, I'm going to charge myself a bit of an idiot tax, and I'm going to go ahead and just get Lament of Innocence on PS4, and that's how we're going to play it. It's more than a little bit of an idiot tax, but I mean, you know, gotta do what you gotta do at this point. We'll probably go till about 12:30 for Lament of Innocence. If the PlayStation Store will load. Like, I've legit looked everywhere. I don't know where it would have ended up. I'm gonna really hope that it's not, like, just gone forever, because that thing was, I mean, it was sort of cheap. It was like $15, but that's not $15 I want to spend again, you know? Please let me access the search. There we go. I just realized this is one of those terrible PlayStation search bars, isn't it? Man. The PlayStation Network is not fast. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up some music real quick. This one will do. God, I hate how slow PSN is. What? Wait, where is it? Music of that last battle was called Proof of Blood. Yes, I did look up the music. It grew on me as you were suffering. I mean, I never noticed the music in that fight. Ever. Okay, what the fuck? I looked up Castlevania, and Lament of Innocence didn't come up. Damn. I have legitimately zero clue where the fuck that, splitter would be. I'm gonna leave you guys with the music for a little bit, and I'm gonna go look for that splitter, because apparently, Lament of Innocence isn't on the PlayStation Network anymore. So, I'll be back. We have victory. Okay. Somehow, the little fucking HDMI splitter thing ended up where my big box PC games, like, are. I don't know how that happened. It's like 3 drawers below where I keep all of my miscellaneous technology stuff. All the little bits and bobs that I don't really have normal spots for. Okay, let me pull up the PlayStation 3 now, and we can go ahead and start Castlevania Lament of Innocence. Oh, wait, we hit a credit sequence in a game. Might as well, reset that driver real quick. For whatever reason, my capture card really, really hates games ending, and I don't know why. There we go. Okay. So, Lament of Innocence is going to be an interesting beast. That's for sure. Go ahead and close the Rondo stuff. Okay. So, this is technically not the first 3D entry in the series, but it is the first of this kind of style. Castlevania 64 was sort of a disconnected beast from this, no pun intended. It stars a werewolf. It's a little bit of a disconnected beast. Oh yeah, no, it's a good game. Don't get me wrong, it's a very good game. Like, Castlevania Circle of the Moon, I've never finished, but this I've finished before, at the very least. And I will admit, the final boss is really hard, but it's not impossible. Anyways, I'll let the intro play.
As monarchies weaken, local feudal lords grew in power. The first knights simply protected their lords' domains. However, with the reforms of the late 11th century, knights became protectors of the peace. They valued courage and honor, fighting heretics and heathens in God's name. In this age, one company of knights was said to be invincible due to 2 men. Leon Belmont, a courageous man who feared nothing and whose combat abilities were second to none, and Matthias Kronqvist, a genius tactician whose learning made him an exception in a largely illiterate society. They trusted each other completely, and they were bound by an old friendship. However, sorrow awaited Matthias upon his return from a victorious campaign. It was news of the sudden death of his beloved wife, Elisabetta. Matthias's grief was profound, and he became bedridden. A year has passed since then. Thanks to Leon's efforts, their company remains proudly undefeated. However, a mysterious army of monsters suddenly appears in Leon's domain. The Crusades are raging in the east, and since the Church is focusing on fighting heathens rather than monsters, it has forbidden unauthorized battles. Leon wants permission to sortie, but the Church has no intention of granting it. One night, Matthias struggles from his sickbed and tells Leon that the appearance of the monsters is tied to a vampire who has a castle in the forest called Eternal Night, and that Leon's betrothed, Sarah, has been kidnapped and brought to that castle. Leon realizes that he must renounce his title to rescue his beloved. The forest is swollen with darkness, as if it would rob away everything, and only moonlight provides a ray of hope. A great legend is about to begin.
And that's the opening. I hope you paid attention. It's very important. So, welcome to the first 3D Castlevania. What do you mean second? Welcome to the first, controller settings. There we go. I don't know why that marked me as second. The first of the 3D entries. 730N. Jay, are you key smashing? Yeah, I technically can't say I've never beaten Circle of the Moon yet anymore. We'll just name ourselves Leon. For convenience sake. I am marginally proud, I guess. We'll use slot 2. This is Lament of Innocence, the first 3D Castlevania
What
game
just
we're gonna
happened?
cover.
I felt something strange.
Ah, he must really like you. You won't be able to leave now.
Who's there?
Now, don't get so excited. I'm just an old man. I just came to gawk at the man crazy enough to come here.
You don't seem like a monster.
Oh!
Of course not.
Oh, you're right.
What is your name?
Were there Castlevanias on Wii? There was 2.
Leon.
We'll cover those later.
Leon. You're not Baron Leon Belmont.
Just Leon Belmont. I have given up my title. And you, old man?
Pardon me, Lord Belmont. My name is Rinaldo Gandolfi.
You can call me Leon, and I will call you Rinaldo. Don't call me Lord. We're equals now.
As you wish.
Leon
No.
Kuwata, I mean Belmont.
Please follow me to my cottage. I want to talk to you. Wait here a moment. There's something I want to give you.
Rinaldo, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Why are you living in a place like this?
I have unfinished business with Walter Bernhard, the master of this forest.
Unfinished business?
Not worth mentioning. I owe him.
Well, I won't ask any more, but you're not in danger living so close to him?
Gandalf and Shulk.
It
Yeah,
seems
you're right.
eternal life is extremely boring. He enjoys playing at cat and mouse with the hunters that come here. Though, of course, there's no way that he could ever lose. He thinks that, my helping hunters makes the game more fun.
I see. But what do you mean by there being no way he could lose?
Vampires are loved by the night, and this forest is locked in eternal darkness. He has never been defeated.
Well, that may be so, but I must go ahead and face him.
Did he take someone precious?
Yes, he abducted my betrothed. How did you know that?
It's what he always does when he starts the game. You came unarmed. Your courage astonishes me.
Leon is an idiot.
I do have a weapon, just not my sword. That belongs to the company, and I left it behind when I gave up my title.
Honest to a fault.
I heard that many hunters have met their end here. If that's the case, getting weapons shouldn't be hard.
Take this with you. It will help you against
Any
monsters.
pop stars I can stab. Okay, I'm done.
What is this?
A whip made with alchemy. It's stronger than any dead man's discarded sword.
Alchemy. I'm not familiar with that word.
Not surprising. The field experiments with the principles of God's creation of the world. The only person who truly understands it is Matthias.
You know Lord Kronkvist?
I have known him longer than you have.
Why not give me the morning
His
star
family has a
55?
book of
You'll
secret
see.
arts, originally handed down orally.
Secret arts? I never knew.
Of course not. Only a handful of people in this world know about it. There are some who consider alchemy to be heresy.
Why don't they just throw garlic at Dracula?
I see.
No, there is no Dracula here. There's only Walter Bernhardt.
Are you one of them?
No.
You'd call him dumb. But
If you are an
didn't
acquaintance
know.
of Matthias,
Doesn't know what the internet
you are
is.
trustworthy. I will use this whip with gratitude.
Put your left hand out.
My left hand. Like this?
Don't move now. That should do it.
I want to examine
You can put it down
your
now.
hand.
What was that?
The gauntlet is enchanted now.
A spell?
Some enemies' attacks release a special power.
Oh yeah.
If
this
you
is
block
kind
them with
of-
the gauntlet, you can gather that power.
Leon's
What
face
can
is
I
always
do with
dopey.
the
Watch
gathered
him.
power?
Just look at his
You will be
face whenever
able
you
to
get the
use
chance.
magical relics by releasing that power.
Magical relics?
Right. Those who excel in magic can use them. I have cast the spell so
He's
that you
just
can use them
dumping
as
all
well.
of this on us, so
I
we never
have
have to come
some.
back and talk to him.
You should
by
be
the way.
able to obtain them in the castle as well.
I understand.
He tells you
Right
about all the
now,
game mechanics before
This
we
is
even
all
get
I can
them.
do for you.
Okay. So I believe now we should.
Ronaldo,
Nope.
thank you.
Wait a minute. I forgot to tell you something.
Stop.
The door leading to his throne
This
is
game is
guarded
very
by
good once you
5
get past the
monsters.
opening.
So I will need to defeat them first.
That's right. That's essentially the test you must pass to fight him.
What a bothersome.
I told you before. To him, this is a game.
I realize that, but
If you have troubles, come back here anytime. They won't be free, but I'll keep potions on hand for you.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Ronaldo, do you want this vampire dead or not? Anyways. Get rid of that. The game works off of locked camera angles. Told you literally everything that it was in the manual, and I'll even never return. Amazon said Kingdom Hearts would arrive Thursday. Don't expect it. I mean, hey, whenever it gets here, it gets here. Do I have... I don't have the dodge yet. Okay. Now, if you guys have ever played the original Devil May Cry, you know what this game's gonna be like. They're essentially the same game. This is just worse.
Sarah, wait for me. I'm coming to save you.
Honestly, maybe better. Is this a spin-off? No, it's mainline. It's actually the first game, canonically. Like, the earliest in the timeline we ever see. So, the vampire we're after is named Walter Bernhardt, or Bernhardt, however you want to say it. And yes, there is a map. I forget which one leads where, like which door leads where. 5 orbs, just like he described. Need to give people a break from Dracula to Terror Bleach Eyeball Dracula. I think this game released after Harmony of Dissonance? I think. So, technically we're jumping a little bit ahead. But that doesn't matter because we're just using this to break up. Oh yeah, we can mark the map in this one, which is interesting because they don't bring that back for any of the later Metroidvania ones. I think the next 3D one does it, but none of the others do. This is the style game I expect. This is not Wii. This is PS2. I don't know where you got the idea that this is on the Wii. We're jumping ahead and behind simultaneously. You're right. This game is on PS2, and the Wii ones I'm referring to are a little bit later than this. They are Castlevania Legends? God, I forgot. It's the fighting game. And Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth are the 2 big ones. Anyways, here we get some combat. It's got combo strings, sub-weapons. It's got a lot of stuff you kind of expect. It's middle of the road, I'd say, graphics-wise. Home console of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, Castlevania... What is the name of the fighting game? Why am I drawing a blank on it? Bloodlines? No. Judgment, that's the name of it. I knew it was a one-word title that was, like, trying overly hard to be cool. They really incentivized me to jump down here, huh? I don't know what Curse does in this game, so we'll see. There we go. Oddly enough, the game doesn't actually use that mechanic all too much. A Tetris fighting game? There is one. Oh, right. Use the relic to defeat the enemy. So this is one of the mechanics that There we go. Think of it like the DSS system, the way it's activated and turned off. Oh, audio's a little loud? Okay, there. I turned it down quite a bit. Shouldn't have any issues now, although, if anything, it might be a little quiet. Okay, so looking at the map here, that just loops back around, so really doesn't matter. Oh, I have the dodge now. Good. Oh, and right here... Save room. The N64 Castlevanias were not bad. Actually. I mean, first off, there's only one. It just got a re-release under a different name. And the re-release is actually way better. For a number of reasons. But also, the only reason people call them bad is because they're very different from everything else the series is. Alright, so right here we can pick up Marker Stone 3. We're not going to go down there just yet. There's not a whole lot we can do with that. Yeah, there's actual bad and word of mouth bad, just like Robert says. So, yeah, if you were expecting a big open castle, that's not what we get. We get sort of a Mega Man-styled Metroidvania clone, or, like, mix-up. Generally, most non-Rareware or N64 games, or Nintendo N64 games are bad. I don't know. Expand your knowledge of the library before making claims to that. Because I can think of quite a few great games on the N64. And I'm not even the biggest fan of that console in general. I have very mixed feelings about it. Buck Bumble's great, shut up. Let's see, you can head off that direction. Doesn't appear to have anything new in it, or any more branching paths. Now, I don't know, does this game have a level system? It doesn't appear to. I always forget, because one of them has level ups, the other one doesn't, and I always forget which one's which. See, I own a copy of Buck Bumble, and I can back up that game is amazing. The Spy Kids skeletons. I haven't seen Spy Kids in forever. Oh! Okay, come on, Leon. Leon, please. The jump is a little awkward, I will admit. But anyways, back to what I was saying about the N64 Castlevania games. They're actually pretty good. They're just not what people expect. They're more 3D survival horror than they are an action platformer, and that's generally what people are expecting when people play Castlevania, is an action platformer, just featuring horror characters and such. Also, you'll notice we can pick up coins. Such a nice break from Circle of the Moon, which had no shop. Is that it? Yep. Okay. Look at the map here. Can we get anything by going up to this painting? Nope. Okay. Alright, take another look at the map. Let's hit that save point. Oh no. What will I do? The skeletons are here to kill me. We'll go for another half hour with this game, and then we'll stop. and I'll do the post-stream after that for about half an hour. Although I will give a fair warning to everyone. Sonic 06 starts tomorrow. Oh, there we go. Learn new technique. Square, 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 square. Okay. Looks like I can combo off of that like normal. Good. Okay, let's go this direction. Crystal. I believe this is a mine that you can leave behind, then it will explode. I don't want it as much as I want a projectile though, so... Although I will say, these sub-weapons are actually not super great in this game. There's a few of them, of course, that are going to be, like, downright broken, but overall, like, there's not really a whole lot of opportunities to, like, really get a whole lot of use out of them. The whip has such a long range. Christ. I mean, it's blood in a game that's, like, rated highly, or, like, already, like, targeted at, like, a mature audience, you know? So, I wouldn't say it's, like, edgy. I mean, it's Castlevania, of course it's at least a little edgy, but it's mainly, like, part of the aesthetic they're going after. Old Castlevania were cheesy scary? I wouldn't say they were cheesy necessarily. I mean, they were based off of really cheesy movies. Old Castlevania was more of a, hey, look at this, with, like, horror movie icons at the time. Classic monsters and such. Whereas this started to take it in the direction of, alright, this is a plot that we're going to take seriously. Probably not that way. That'll probably lead backwards. So, this way? Oh! Oh no! Wow, that's actually kind of obnoxious. The whip, by the way, in this game, I should probably comment a little bit about it. I was a little worried when I first picked up this game because I was like, man, how are they gonna adapt a whip to 3D? Because every attempt I had seen of that kind of thing was a disaster. Like, look no further than, like, Dark Souls whips. Those aren't great. Is there... Oh, wow, no, this entire area is just, like, filler. Got it. Like, when Indiana Jones whip was alright. Yeah, but that was Lego. They didn't have to do anything too intense with it. This is Castlevania. They had to do a lot of intense stuff with it. It's like part of the brand. Anyways, they made it really quick and they made it with like a nice like snap to it when it hits something. Mainly enemies. Is this the right way? Yeah. They hit that save room again. Alright, I'm gonna take the other route here. You know, I don't think I've like actually commented on this area's name. It's the House of Sacred Remains, and it's like basically guaranteed to be the first area you visit. Okay, let's see. Which way is actually marked on the map? It's down. So this way is probably leads to some goodies of some kind. Okay, I guess I don't get whatever it is from that, the relic stuff. Ooh, an axe. This one is a little different. The axe doesn't really adapt well to 3D, so they just sort of did this with it. And you know what? I'm more than okay with that. Let's see, so we're looking for something... Oh, it's up there. Can I get up there? Yes. Now, does it display the map complete? Oh, it does. Awesome. Gotta say, the early 2000s was a really good time to be a fan of Metroidvania games. Because we got this, we got, oh, wait. Mid-air attacks, awesome. We got 3 Castlevania Game Boy Advance games that were all Metroidvania, and each one got better than the last. Of course, all culminating with what many consider to be the second best game in the series, Aria of Sorrow. And then, on the Metroid side of things, we got a complete remake of the original Metroid. And then we got, like, Metroid Fusion and the Prime series. Let's see. Is this the only way out of here? It is. Although there's space up here. Nope. Can't quite make it up there. There we go. I'd say that's worth our time. shit. I know, I believe these red skeletons are business as usual. They get back up. Yep, they do. However, I don't remember them ever being that much of a nuisance. Oh shit! There we go. Gets a direct hit on us. Then we get some MP. Oh, he's going down. Let's see. What are the ways out of this room? Just that way. Anything up here? Maybe? Not really, no. Oh, wait. There's money. On both sides. Okay, that's worth getting. I don't remember how much potions are in this game, but it's 250 each for these bags. So, might as well grab them. Considering most of the candles at this point are giving 1, and enemies are dropping like maybe 10. Okay, another switch this way, maybe? Yep. Ooh, we had another big drop while I wasn't looking. Oh! I see, that goes to a different door than the one we've already activated. Thanks. Oh god, another one. Wasn't expecting him to respawn. Do we have to walk all the way? Yeah, we do. Okay. Oh, here's another thing to note. As you can see here, hold on. There we go, that's how I zoom. These maps mark the locations of the sub-weapons. So if you're just like, man, I really need the axe, well, there you go, you can go grab it. Continue on track, although I think I'll go and hit that save point. Who the fuck texted me? Also, why do I have my phone below my mic? I probably shouldn't do that. It's probably gonna make horrible noises on stream. Okay, head back this way, and then cut across this room. Another monster room. Sadly, this game is criticized, rightfully so, for being kind of repetitive at times. there's a lot of moments in this game where everything seems to be like just the same thing over and over again. It's mainly at the midpoints of a lot of the sections of the castle tend to feel very samey, because you're just traveling through like the same room over and over again, basically. Like, in this section alone, look at how many parts of this are just like a sort of a doorway shaped room. I don't really know what the name of that shape is. Like, I don't know. It is kind of an issue that this game is known for. Whereas, like, the Metroidvanias, a lot of the sections of the castle are pretty quick to traverse. So, you never really have anything like this. It's called the Synopticon. I mean, I don't think so, but sure, we'll call it that. Okay. That way. Basically the only way to go. Oh, boy, Fleamen. I think the game will refer to them as Rippers? No, these are Fleamen. A doorway gun? Ooh, heart repair. Good item. Yeah, no, my Wi-Fi is really bad today. I'm not really sure what's up with that. It's been doing occasional drops all the time. I think part of it's Twitch, part of it's my Wi-Fi. Oh god, I don't remember what this room means. Shape of the room in a Castlevania game, Lament of Innocence, a gun. Sure. Oh god, it's this. Okay. These guys are gonna bully me. Okay, I don't remember which way will go the proper way. Try this way. Like, anytime I look away, the bitrate drops really hard. Oh shit. There is something back here, and I'm willing to bet it's important. Yep, it was. Alright, now which door is this one gonna be? Okay, so it was that first one we hit, which means there's 3 more switches out there. Now I'm curious if that percentage up there is just for this area, or if it's gonna be for the entire game. Trying to figure out how to switch floors. Oh yeah, the drop frame spiked again. Circle. Circle switches floors. Wait a minute. There. Now that menu is a very important one to learn how to use. Which is why you all should be worried at the fact that I haven't learned how to use it yet. Because that's how you use items, potions, and whatnot. I'll certainly take all that MP. Might be a good idea to use a potion. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what's in the next room. Hopefully nothing. There we go. Yeah, didn't need to waste the potion. Okay. So, oh, wait, around the corner here. No, other way. Other way. Holy water! Very good item. I'm gonna keep the axe for now. If he threw it a little bit ahead, I might use it. But he doesn't do that. Anyways, heading back here might net another switch, so might as well. I don't remember how this one works. Is there? Yeah, there is a way out of this room. It's right there. Two ways out of this room. Oh, okay. That way's actually blocked off. Okay. There we go. Oh, so this room, we actually need a key, a special one, a yellow dragon key to open it. We'll have to remember that. I will get one later. I'm not entirely certain where all the keys are. I know that there's typically about one or so keys that hide content in each area. Fun fact, eventually one will lead us to a super boss. Eventually. That super boss is actually quite difficult from what I've heard. I've never actually finished it though. Like, I've never made it to him. I'll see about making it to him for this run. Alright, we got all three for that door. We just have two for the other one. Alright, now we can head back and probably move on. Got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms, it looks like, until what we have of the map runs out. Of course, you never know. Wait, yeah, run past the save room here. Might as well stop at it. This is normal Castlevania rules, by the way. Dying boots you back to the title screen. I don't think any game in the series ever changes that. Maybe... No, Lords of Shadow does, I believe. Of course, that's a different thing. Nobody really likes Lords of Shadow all too much. I haven't seen anyone really support it. Like, as a typical sort of Western action game, like, yeah, sure, whatever, it's fine. It's inoffensive. It's inoffensive unless you're a Castlevania fan. In which case, it's the biggest offense. In the slot machine, if you die, insert more coins. No thanks. Ooh, perfect guard. You'll notice that the way that you learn new attacks is by using your old ones. I'm not really sure what the rate is for learning new ones. That one? Yep. Oh, nice. Hold on. I saw something in the rafters of this last room. Yeah, there's a potion up there. There we go. Oh boy, and $5. Probably progress to... I don't know what's next. Whatever's next. And then we'll stop for the night. The block system in this game is actually really easy. Most attacks can't hit through it until you get like way later into the game. So you just need to make sure to hit the button at all. That enemy's going to be really commonplace later. But with Sago here, we're going to be seeing a lot of them. They're really annoying because they sort of just float ominously away from you all the time. Oh no, the purple blocks are special attacks that charge your MP. Let's see what's up here. Ooh, 400. I'll take it. Okay, and then there's something off to the side over here. Might as well go through. Oh boy, another one of these. Might as well activate our ability. Oh, come on. Let me get in more than one hit, please. Okay. He died to make sure that would never happen. Like, these upwards areas are, like, all they really do for me is they make me realize, yeah, this kind of is just the same room copy-pasted a bunch. Which is sad. But I'd say overall the gameplay's pretty, what was that? Oh! I have a, like a fire dive. There we go, hit another switch here. Leon, come on. This game's jump is incredibly stiff. Leon goes up really high and then comes back down really quickly. So... anyways, we only have one switch left in this area, and I'm pretty sure that map completion is the overall game percentage as opposed to the area percentage. So, 16% of the game's map complete. Am I missing something? Oh, it's on the other side. First upon the say this is Zelda fucking 2. Honestly, I'm so sorry you decided to play Zelda 2 of all games. Okay, the Versago can apparently go with the Visago can go with the walls. That's good to know. What'd you figure out? It's 12:30 currently. I don't know how close the next save point is. Probably decently close. Looking at the map here, we're probably going to descend into the basement and hit a save point down there. That's a pretty ornate door. Oh no! Playing all these punishing games and my brain's redemption revenge for using a guide during Simon's Quest playthrough. I'm sorry. There is no way to finish Simon's Quest without a guide, though. Leon, get on the button. Leon, get on the button. Holy shit. Leon, you're not allowed to tell me no. I'm controlling you. Ooh, right here? Yeah, right here. The cross. It's a shield. Temporary. I don't know, I might actually want that more than the axe. I think I'll take it. Nope, come on. At least at the moment, I don't really need any range. What I need is protection behind me, and this provides exactly that. Alright, now we're gonna head down into the basement. And down here... Oh, come on. Are we at the boss? Might be at the boss. I think we're at the boss. Nope. No, just normal enemies. Wow, yet another game where the cross is broken. Who would have thought? Should be a save point somewhere down here, and we'll stop once we get to that. Well, that's awkward. Let's try the right. I mean, we do still have a switch to find somewhere down here. Thought this would be it. Nope. Can't do anything about that room, but it is marked on our map, which is good. know, it's weird. They give you all these map markers in this game, but they're not really useful for anything. It's not like the other games where it's like, oh, hey, I need this ability to progress through here. This game doesn't really have any of that. Oh, fuck. Oh god, okay. Time to show off what using an item is like. Just like that. You navigate that menu with the right stick. Oh my god. Hey, he's dead. He died off screen. Good. Go ahead and use another potion. Well, you know what? If that friend hasn't wanted to talk to you for 2 years and only just now messaged you, they don't get a say in your life. Sorry. Oh no, it's this one. Okay. This one's really awkward. There we go. And a save point. Okay. Well, next time we're going to be finishing off the House of Sacred Remains. But for now, that's going to be it for Lament of Innocence. I gotta say, the Lament of Innocence portion was much more smooth than the Circle of the Moon portion, internet-wise. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and take that away. There we go. Play the Buck Bumble theme. I don't know. It's so distracting, though. It's so good. Yeah, coincidence? I think not. Thank God I'm storing these locally now, so that the YouTube recordings aren't fucked up. Speaking of YouTube recordings, I don't know what this is going to look like because the stream ended and restarted like 4 times. So, but anyways, yeah, we have a lot to talk about in regards to Castlevania tonight. So, those of you who were here for it, what'd you think of the worst boss in the series, at least in my experience? Like, that boss is astoundingly bad. Here, I'll pull up his music. What'd you say it was called? It was like Blood something. You Were Not Here, Whale. That is correct. I highly recommend looking up, or looking at the VOD for it, because that was a ridiculous fight. Like, I'll have it uploaded slightly, separately. Hold on, let me find his theme. Real quick. Proof of Blood. There it is. Yeah, so that fight, he only has one attack for the entire second half of his boss. And that one attack is really repetitive to dodge because it's just hitting up R over and over again until he goes away and brings out his eyeball, and then you wait for the eyeball to get close to you and you item crash it, and that's it. That's the whole fight. It just loops that forever until you take out 3,000 of its HP. Now, we did, what, 36-ish damage to it per hit? So... yeah, we had to hit him 83 times to be able to kill him. And that's, like, overall. That includes phase 1 and 2. So, divide that by 2. And, yeah, about 42 hits for the ending, like, just the second half. Which means we got in 41 hits with item crashes. One after another, after another, after another, after another. But we can finally put Circle of the Moon behind us. We're done with it. We don't have to worry about anything in that game anymore. It can't hurt us. But I am curious what your guys' first impressions are of the first 3D entry in the series. Lament of Innocence here. We played through most of the first area. We haven't seen a boss yet. The bosses are like the highlight. Second. I mean, the first one we're covering. Castlevania 64 is like a different beast entirely, so we're doing it later. Although, once we do get to 64, I will prove to all of you that it's actually a pretty good game, all things considered. I might, like, mod my Wii, or my Wii U, to be able to play it, because it's got a lot in it, and it's sort of held back by being on one of the worst controllers I've ever seen in my life. But the thing is, it's so tied to the N64 controller, like, inescapably tied to it. The music went well with the struggle. I'd say it did, yeah. It's very intense, and at the same time, it's a little repetitive. Now, I am curious if any listicle article websites, have ever picked up on the fact that this boss fight is fucking terrible. Here, let's see. Worst Castlevania bosses. Let's see. We're probably gonna get some fucking YouTube videos. Game Rant, there we go. Terrible listicle website. Maybe they're all masters of the giant bone. That thing is so hard to get. I'm gonna grind for it, and I'll show it off one of these days. I'll show it. I just have to grind my way into the arena. And I'll bring up the Buck Bumble theme in a little bit, Whale. But for now, we can look through this, this horrible listicle article of the worst bosses in the series, and I'm not going to show it. 5 best, final bosses and the 5 worst. Which of these? I'm curious. I'm not going to show it because it's clearly going to have things on it that we haven't seen yet. But I'll say the name of the games just so you can get an idea of where we're going. Now for the disappointing simple final boss of the game, all you do is manipulate RNG values and throw a huge bone at Dracula. Not hard! Come on guys, it's so easy! You just gotta get this item that's a 0.4% drop. It's easy! 5 hours later, finally fucking drops. Who is texting me? And why? Oh, that was just my phone running out of battery. Okay, let's see. The 5th best is the one from Lords of Shadow. I'm not going to say what it is or who it is or whatever, because Lords of Shadow is kind of an oddball. It's very strange. But I will say I disagree with this choice heavily. 9 worst. Dracula. Oh man, who could have seen this coming? Dracula's on this list, guys. It's Death texting you to ask how the fuck you did that. Honestly, I'm wondering how the fuck I did that. Anyways, so the 5th worst is Dracula. I'll give you guys a hint. It's from one of the Game Boy Advance games. Take a guess. Which one? Take this as a chance to swap the music. We'll do the Buck Bumble theme after this article. There we go. It's one of the 3 Game Boy games. One of the Legends, Adventure, or Belmont's Revenge. One of those 3 made the 5th place on the worst list. There's an obvious choice, and then there's what they picked. So the obvious choice is, of course, Belmont's Revenge, but what they picked was Castlevania the Adventure. A completely fine boss fight that really only had a couple of small problems. Yeah, no, not the Legends one either, which was like the Belmont's Revenge fight, but like a little easier, slightly. I'll never finish Legends, though. I'll never get to it legitimately. Alright, the 4th best is the Order of Ecclesia boss fight, which of course we haven't seen yet. That's gonna be one of the last games we do. Let's see, the worst is from, or the next worst, the 4th worst, is Castlevania 64. I really don't know why, though. Yeah, no, this article is just spouting off the popular opinion, which was based off of the Angry Video Game Nerd's admittedly sloppy review of the game, where he didn't even finish it, just kind of played into the character a bit more to say that it sucked. Yeah, because Castlevania 64 on the internet, exactly. The final boss of that game is sick as fuck, and it's beyond brutally hard. And that's probably why people don't like it very much, honestly. Let's see, 3rd best, from Aria of Sorrow. Won't be saying, what, of course, because not a game we've covered, but I will say, the fact that this isn't higher on the list is actually kind of an insult. Are you serious? Immediately after this, the 3rd worst is the final boss of Dawn of Sorrow. Which, let me just say, the final boss of Aria of Sorrow is a really crazy fight. It's honestly really cool. The final boss of Dawn of Sorrow kicks final bosses for this series up like 12 notches, and is one of the most ridiculous final fights the series has to offer. Use true form. Alright, oh, and then the 2nd best is the alternate final boss for Dawn of Sorrow. Okay. Yeah, sure. I've actually never fought this boss. I am fully aware that I should probably, like, actually try to get to it. But Dawn of Sorrow is... We'll get there when we get there. It's a very awkward game to play through, to say the least. They tried to force in the DS touchscreen mechanics a little bit too hard. The 2nd worst is Dracula from Simon's Quest. Spin Cycle Dracula, the one that you can kill in half a second. The one that you can soft lock in 12 different ways. Honestly, the fact that this isn't the bottom of the list is a little weird. I wonder what the bottom of the list is. Alright, the best one... Oh, hey! I can talk about this one. The best one's Dracula from Super Castlevania 4. No. It's a good fight, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely amazingly well put together. However, It's not even the best of the classic Mania finales. The Castlevania 3 finale is, like, better, honestly. It's, like, not even close to being the best final boss in the series. If I had to honestly sit down and pick one from all the fights that I've done in all the different games, and it's a hard pick. It's a really hard pick. Because Castlevania has so many derivative boss fights of just the same one over and over again. But if I had to really get down to it, the best final boss in the series, and keep in mind, I'm going to say this with taking in mind the presentation elements, the story elements, more than just the gameplay of the fight. It's Symphony. Symphony's final boss fight is the best one in the series. The only problem with it is that you kind of have to nerf yourself to have a difficult time with it. Yeah, no, Castlevania 3 Dracula would have been the best on the NES if it weren't for the lack of checkpoints. But instead, that honor still sits with Castlevania 1 Dracula, in my opinion. Cookie Monster Man is probably still the best on the NES. However, if there were a checkpoint before the final boss, like in the Japanese version of 3, then that would be the best one. And then the worst one, it's Speedo Dracula. Oh my god, I mean, I would have to agree. I've never fought him, but the game he's from is a complete and total mess. Like, you literally can't get hit during this fight. Ever. Getting hit even once sends you into a fucking pit. Who put pits in a Dracula room? Who did that? And why? See if I can find even one. Oh, a GameFAQs board talking about the worst fights in the series. Speedo Dracula, also known as Cheap Coward Dracula, also known as if the Belmont can't stand, he doesn't win. Let's see, let's see, I found a board. I'm just gonna search for Circle. No, no one's bringing up Circle of the Moon. Interesting. Circle of the Moon is, oh shit. All of the bosses in the series ranked best to worst? Oh, this website's like... Okay, I see. Okay, this website's like people log in to, like, vote on stuff. And it's only doing the original for some reason. There should be a Troll Hacker Symphony that begins the game with the Dracula X finale instead of the Rondo one. Falling into the pit nerfs all the value card stats by 100. Okay, I found a Castlevania forum post talking about this. What's the worst boss for you in the entire Castlevania series? It can be a crazy powerful boss, a horribly lame or stupid one, or one you just can't stand. I'm not giving my answer yet, so we can all see our opinions. Harmony of Dissonance boss, Max Slime? Oh. Oh, I know what this one is. Yeah, that boss sucks. Portrait of Ruin. Which one is this one? Go ahead and mute it. I mean, the video's only 2 minutes long. That's... Oh! I know which boss this is. Yeah. Yeah, this one sucks too. People are just listing off slime bosses that are not very good. Who for Order of the Creation? Oh. Oh, I see. I remember this fight. Someone just lit off a firework. Like, right now. What else are people talking about? They're just talking about really easy ones right now. I mean, granted, this is the Castlevania fan base. There's not really a whole lot of people in the fan base that are like, man, this boss is hard, and thus it's bad, because you start these games with the expectation that you're gonna get your ass kicked. I don't really see anyone talking about that last boss of Circle of the Moon. Granted, Circle of the Moon's one of the less popular ones. Zelda 2 just cloned a flying enemy twice for no reason. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that Circle of the Moon is a broken game. Anyways, now I can pull up the Buck Bumble theme. There we go. We can enjoy.
What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity Buck Bumble. What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity Buck Bumble. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass.
I own this game.
Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumble. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumble.
I just called Zelda 2 Circle of the Moon. Oh. It's almost 1 a.m. Brain's a little fried. Zetla. My brain's a little fried after this stream. Top 10 worst Castlevania bosses by the Quarter Guy. This was uploaded quite a while ago, 2015. However, we haven't gotten a single new Castlevania game since then. Oh my god, we haven't gotten a single new Castlevania game since then. Oh my god. Konami, what are you doing? See, I'm not gonna play any of his commentary, but I will look through his list, just see what he says. It's hard to tell when the list starts. Oh, this is top 15 Castlevania boss battles. I'm looking for... There we go, top 10 worst. Let's see, number 10. Akmodon the Second from Super Castlevania 4. That's the mummy on the clock tower that, like, is on the hands of the clock. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really see that one as anything too offensive. None of the bosses in 4 are really all too bad. Number 9 is a boss we haven't seen yet from Lament of Innocence, and I do remember this one. I remember it being really bad. Number 8. Oh, okay, yeah, he's talking about the worst game in the series for me. Castlevania Chronicles has a boss fight in it. First off, it has easily the worst level in the entire series. Right towards the end of it. Stage, I think it's 12 through 15. The arena for the mummy there was designed specifically in a way that didn't feel cheap if you fell off. Yeah, I don't know, it's not that bad of a fight, but, the She-Wolf boss fight from Castlevania Chronicles is a nightmare because she's really fast and she's really strong and she comes in at the end of the worst level in the game. A part of the game that is so cheap, like, so overwhelmingly impossible. All the odds are stacked against you and it hides damaging objects in the background that, like, to the point where some of them fall off the wall and you just can't fucking see them. All while, here, let me pull it up. I play this a lot. Tower of Gears. This plays. Chronicles is a remake of a port of Castlevania 1. So it's sort of like an alternate version. It's where we get our modern Simon design. The red hair, the more barbarian sort of design that we see for him nowadays. Before they went full BDSM gear in Judgment. And by the way, they remixed this song. They remade it. It's worse. Yeah, no thank you. I'm gonna... Here. There we go. If you're curious about the game that I just picked for the song, this is music from Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on the PS1. A game that is very near and dear to my childhood, and also fucking impossible. Never play it. Don't bother. However, its soundtrack is sick, and I like using it when I'm just sitting around, you know, working on stuff or whatever. Because, I mean, listen to this. It's a very good theme. This is one of the major boss themes, if I remember right. I might stream that game someday, but it's so grindy. I've never... Full disclosure, I've never finished it. Ever. Even though I've owned that game for most of my life, I've never finished it. But anyways, back to this list. And again, credit to the quarter guy for putting this together. I'm just gonna sort of go through it. Oh! Number 7 is the Doppelganger from Castlevania 3. Versus Iris from Black and White 2. Sure thing, I'll bring it up after we've listened to this one for a little bit. But yeah, Doppelganger from 3. Not good. Not a good fight. It's nearly impossible unless you cheese him. A boss from Harmony of Dissonance, which we'll get to. Harmony of Dissonance is some of the worst bosses in the series, I'm gonna be honest. Which one is this? Something from Curse of Darkness? I don't remember this fight one bit. Is this... This looks like a super boss. Okay, it's just a really hard super boss. Got it. One that, oddly enough, I've never found. Let's see, when is he gonna... Which fight is this? Oh, okay, the final boss of Dawn of Sorrow, which isn't even bad. Why are people so convinced this final boss is bad? That's a super good idea to put hordes of the worst and most heavily defended enemy types in Dungeon 3. I am so sorry that you're playing Zelda 2 at all. I don't know how that game, like, not to sound super cliched, but like, did they test it? Was that game finished? They literally could have not programmed the second half of the game at all, and no one would have noticed. But let's see, final boss of Dawn of Sorrow, which again, is not a bad fight. Who knows, maybe I'll eat my words once we get there. Oh, is this the final boss of, Oh. Yeah, it's the final boss of the castle mode for Judgment. Which is bad. I've heard stories of the final boss of the exploit and how it's actually impossible. I am looking forward to hearing what you do about that. That would require you to get there, though, so good luck. Oh! A fight that I actually agree with, but can't say the name of yet because we're not there. Let's just say that there's a fight in Order of Ecclesia that I consider to be the worst thing in the game, and it's in the first half. Hell, it's in the first quarter of the game. You can't deal much damage to that shit at all, and you barely have any weapons options, and he deals a ton of damage. Oh, and it's super long, by the way. Dishonorable mentions. What is this? I'll just go ahead and throw it on 2x speed. Something from Adventure Rebirth, which, like, none of the bosses in that game are bad. Oh, that one's bad. Okay, something from Portrait of Ruin. Shaft from Symphony? I mean, I guess it's not Dracula. At this point, I have a dwindling confidence in beating this, considering it beat Zelda 1 second quest with barely any help. That's saying something. Good luck. Oh, all the bosses, Castlevania The Adventure, is just listed here. And the worst boss in the series, according to this guy, the CEO of Konami. Okay. I get it. Oh, he's setting up Simon's Quest. Oh, it's Dracula. It's Dracula from Simon's Quest, I think. Yeah, it's Dracula from Simon's Quest. And he's, like, using a lot of different, like, iterations of Dracula to prove his point. Medusa from Super Castlevania 4 is a joke? Oh, she is. She's absolutely a joke. Here, we can move on from the song. There we go. Ah. There. See anyone else talking about... Oh! Who wants to watch some Watch Mojo together? Let me tell you a story about the enemy currently blocking my way. No Watch Mojo? What's that? Oh, you want to watch Mojo? You want to watch some Watch Mojo? By clicking on one of their videos, I've already destroyed my fucking YouTube recommendations. Anyways, they made a top 10 Castlevania bosses. And of course, because it's Watch Mojo, they're just stealing from a bunch of listicle websites and people talking have no idea what they're talking about. And I'm kind of terrified of what is going to be on this list. Funny, we went to the post. They haven't dropped a flame since. He has a shield which I'm convinced reads your inputs because it perfectly blocks most of your attacks. Meanwhile, your shield is useless against his sword, which is a powerful sword. What the fuck? Who designs an enemy like that? And why? How badly do you have to hate your player mates? Here, stop the Iris battle theme here for a second. Go ahead and pull this out. And we can... Here, theater mode. And here we go. Go ahead, sue me, Watch Mojo. See if I care. I'll keep it on a little
vampires,
low.
and many more diabolical otherworldly fiends.
Is that Matt Pat? Is Matt Pat?
You dare enter my innocence.
Oh shit, I just realized they're gonna bring up some bosses that we haven't seen yet. This might not be the best idea. Because that's a guy from Lords of Shadow. Can't damage boost through it, that doesn't work. And jumping over him, nah, he'll stay under you. Oh. Nimbasa City. There we go. Ooh, I like this theme. Alright, I'll just read off the list then. So, a guy from Lords of Shadow appears here.
For the top 10.
We can take a visit to this later. Someone from Order of Ecclesia. doesn't really have the best bosses, I'd say. So, kind of surprised it's making a list at all. Especially from a normie company like Watch Mojo. Rondo of Blood's version of Shaft, which we've already seen. That's the boss rush. Someone from Aria of Sorrow. I believe it's the final boss. Yep. Oh! That's surprising. The gear boss from Bloodlines. I was not expecting that. Music's a bit loud? Okay. There. Hopefully that's better. The gear boss from Bloodlines is on this list. And I wasn't expecting that at all. This guy from Dawn of Sorrow. Another guy from Dawn of Sorrow, or Aria of Sorrow, this one. Is that Doppelganger from Symphony? Like the first one? Why? Oh yes, there's multiple of that enemy in this dungeon. I'm not that deep into it. That sounds like a nightmare. Zelda 2 is... It crosses a line. The mechanics may not be bad, but the game design is. No. No Fortnite, sorry. Oh, number 3 is the fake trio from Symphony. I can agree there. I got hyped when I saw them. This person's like, the person in this video is like punching them. Probably with like the Kestis or something, but either way, bare fists. I mentioned you can find a potion in the game, but it only serves as a quest item and you can't use it. There are healing spells in that game, I'm pretty sure, but they're like obnoxious to use, if I remember right. And they don't, like, they're on a limited number. Healing spell naturally takes a lot of magic, probably better boost defense. Oh hey, that's a neat fight. Oh, they're just talking about Legion in general, got it. All of its appearances. I'm excited because we're going to be seeing Legion so much later. Like a lot more, and it's always going to be cool. Every time. It's like a staple boss of the series, and you're never aware he's going to happen until it happens. Okay, anything from Lords of Shadow being on the list is invalidating it. Succubus from Symphony? Okay. And number 1 is the final boss of Portrait of Ruin. Hey, someone finally recognizes that. Food broke. So that's that entire list. Comments have to say. Oh, they got a detail wrong. Trevor attacks with a whip and Grant drops knives from the ceiling. I think they're talking about the trio boss. It was probably meant to be easy anyways, essentially Alucard destroying her for what she did. Yeah, why is she on the list? When they left off Calamoth! Calamoth isn't on this list! Oh? Here, I have some audio to play you guys of Watch Mojo being the worst.
Trio has a particular fighting style. Grant attacks with a whip, Sypha casts chilling ice storms, and Trevor drops knives from the ceiling.
Oh, you know, famous wielder of the vampire killer, Grant Dynasty. Famous trapeze artist, Trevor Belmont. Watch Mojo never ceases to amaze. They just...
Each member of the trio has a particular fighting style. Grant attacks with a whip, Sypha casts chilling ice storms, and Trevor drops knives from the ceiling. In short...
You see, your mistake here in saying the game itself says their fucking names on screen. Your mistake here is assuming Watch Mojo has fucking played Symphony. I guarantee you not a single person in the entire office building that shits out these terrible top 10 videos has played this game, and that they stole all of this footage, and I guarantee you that they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about because they're just copying listicle websites. Posted a good song on Discord. Whale, these are shit posts. I'm not here raping my Twitch audience. Anyways, it's currently 1:15, so... The famous vampire hunter, Grant. It's getting a little late. I am very tired. I've had a long day today. So, yeah, I guess I can just real quick talk about what's upcoming. As far as Castlevania goes, we're just going to be doing more Lament of Innocence. Well, time zones are a thing. Lament of Innocence on Saturday, Monday. I'm the one with the streaming schedule, and I can't remember it. Sadly, even Watch Mojo accidentally gave Rant a higher position than the Netflix show. You're right. You see, the big brain play would have been to just not mention him at all. So yeah, more Castlevania next weekend, but tomorrow night, big stream, we're starting Sonic 06. We're starting the big 06. We're starting Sonic Next Gen. We're starting the Sonic game. Like, the Sonic game. So, the more people we get that night, the better. I'm hoping we can pull a decent-sized audience that night, because I really have no idea what direction Sonic 06 is going to go in. So, yeah, I hope you guys will all join me for that. Otherwise, though, that's going to be it for tonight. Yeah. Can't think of anything else I really need to mention or bring up for tonight, so it's gonna be it. Thank you guys for suffering through Circle of the Moon with me. Boss fight in which you must face characters from the Castlevania anime. Trevor throws knives, and Sypha whips you into submission. Christ! Okay. Well, that's enough for tonight. So yeah, thank you guys for suffering through the ending of Circle of the Moon with me. I'm very happy to have that game behind me. And tomorrow night, Sonic 06. So I hope to see you guys there. Thank you, and good night.